What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to set up your GO XLR and get it working with your stream, with your Discord, with your games. There's a few different features you can do. This is kind of inspired, this video, from some of my friends because they've just bought GO XLRs. They've been trying to get them working with their streams. They've been having a few difficulties. Not nothing major, but just little tweaks and bits and pieces they've got to do. So I thought I'd do a quick video, show you how to get it set up. It's nice and simple. It shouldn't take too long. So let's get into it. Right, so you've plugged your GO XLR into the system and you've probably not read your instructions and you haven't downloaded the app or you haven't downloaded the software. So you need to go to the TC Helicon website. I'll put a link for that in the description of this video. You'll need to download the GO XLR app and you'll need to download the GO XLR driver. As you can see on the screen, I'm here now. Once you've downloaded them, you'll need to install them. Okay, once you've downloaded the drivers and you've installed the drivers and you've installed the app on your machine, before you even dare open that up and open up the GO XLR app, you need to do one thing, and this is quite important. This is where a lot of people mess up, and especially some of my friends have messed up. You need to go to your speaker on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You right-click it and you click Sounds. This will bring up a little sound menu in Windows. Once you've gone to this, go to playback, and I'll zoom in on the actual video. You need to set your playback options. This is really important. So you find where it says chat and it says chat to-TC Helicon GO XLR. You right click it and you set that as your default communications, because I've got it set as my default communications already. Don't need to change it. And then you scroll down and you find system. You right click on that and you click set as default device. That means all the sounds for your PC will now be going through the GO XLR. Right, okay, now you can open up the GO XLR app. I'll give you permission to do that. Once you've got the GO XLR app open, you are greeted with this screen here. You've got multiple tabs where you can see now you've got mixer, or mic, mixer, effects, sampler, cough, lighting, routing, system. I'm not going to go right into detail of every single menu, but this is the basics, and you can play about with some of it later on because some of it is quite simple. It's just personal preference and so forth. What I do recommend you do is you set yourself for your own profile. So I just set a new profile. You click this button, you click current or click default, depends if you want to have settings from scratch. So it does come with settings already built into it, but you just need to click what you want to do. I would go for default, so that'll set you as the default settings, and then you rename it and you can move on from there. Okay, so as you notice, I've got my own settings up here, Peter settings 2. And then every time I change something, I automatically make sure I save. And that is important because it does sometimes reset itself when you shut your computer down. And if you've got it set to your default settings or your own settings, then when the system boots up, there's GO XLR boots up, you'll get your settings, your previous settings on there. Otherwise, you'll end up with a complete reset GO XLR and you'll be like, what's going on here? And your stream won't work and all that sort of stuff. So just make sure, really important, make yourself a profile. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the mic completely again because I've done a video on this before, and I'll link that video in the description. This is how to set your mic up, it's how to set your gate up, it's how to set your equalizer up, compressor and de-esser. But one thing you do really need to do, which is really important when you first set your GO XLR up, and then you can play about with these settings later, or you can go and watch my video. You click mic setup. Again, make yourself a profile. Then you click mic setup. Make sure you choose the mic that you are using, whether it's a dynamic mic, a condenser mic, or you're plugged into the 3.5mm jack via your headphones in the GO XLR. So you need to set that up, really important. Set your gain up, make sure that's sitting roughly in the middle of the good. Don't be too afraid to pump that up a little bit more. On my GO XLR, or when I talk, I'm generally trying to get it in the middle of the good. Sometimes it goes a bit low. It's where my microphone's sitting at the moment. But between 50 and 60 dB is usually quite good. Any louder and you go into the loud, you clip in and you get a really bad sound. So I'm not going to go through the gate too much, but I'll open my settings up and you can have a little look. And if you want to use my settings as default and then play about it later or watch other videos, then that's fine. So the threshold, again, you just set that up. That's to stop any background noise. I'm doing this video today because sometimes I've got kids running around, I've got the dogs running around, but you don't always hear it. Threshold's really important because if you play on mouse and keyboard or controller, it gets rid of that little clicking noises. So this is the minimum settings I would recommend. Play about with it and then go from there. Equalizer, depending on your microphone, you're going to have to have a little play about this, but try and keep smooth curves in your equalizer. Makes a big difference because you end up with a nice smooth tone. I won't go into the details. It can be long-winded. The compressor, again, compressor's really good. Get this set up properly. Again, use my settings as a benchmark right now. But the threshold is where the compressor will kick in. It will lower down the tone. It will keep it even. And then it will also, at the same time, with a makeup gain, it will boost you. So when you're talking softly or when you're talking high, you don't get the clipping noise. You get an even sound. Again, use my settings. And then if you want to play about and find other videos or look at my other video, which is probably, I think, the same settings, you can go from there. De-esser, I don't really use this. I've not really found the benefit of this. I've tried it multiple times. With my accent, I don't generally have a lot of S's or S in my speech. I'm not a very great talker. Anyway, you can go into that. So that is your microphone setup. Once you've done your microphone setup, you can go to your mixer. This is where you then set up your channels. And this is where a lot of my friends have had a few problems. I'll show you how I've got mine set up now. If you want to change it and you want to play about with it later on, then by all means you can do that. For my GO XLR, I have it set up. So channel 1 is my microphone. Channel 2, and I'll click channel 2, is my game chat. Really important, my game chat and my Discord. Channel 3 is music. And channel 4 is my system sounds. So all my game sounds all my system sounds come through one channel. I haven't got it set up because you can set it up so you can have all your game sounds come through a game source. That starts to confuse matters and you'll lose other sounds. So it's best to keep the system sounds as they are. And then it's the easiest way to do it, I think. Someone else might say different. I think it's that's the best way of doing it. Let me go through each setting line by line just to show you what I've got it set up as. So channel 1 is my mic, as I said. Then my mute option. So when I press this button on my mic, if I press it once, it mutes, and this is really good. It mutes me to my voice chat. So when I'm talking to my friends, it will mute me to my friends. It won't mute me to my stream. It will just mute me to my friends. If I hold it completely down, so if I press it completely down, and you might see a change on. When you hold it completely down, and I'll probably just mute myself while I did that, I forgot. It completely mutes the microphone. So that is how I've got it set up. So if someone starts to talk to me outside the room, I can completely mute the microphone. There's another way of doing it as well that I use. I'll show you in a second. Channel 2. The chat channel for me, my chat channel. I have got my mute option. So when I press it once, and I just press it once, so I just press it like that, and you're seeing the button change on the screen there. I was just making sure you could see. I could see it on the screen. When you press that button, that will mute my chat to my stream. So if I'm talking to my stream and all my friends are talking, and I don't want the stream to hear my friends, I can just press that button once. That mutes my friends to stream. You can do it other ways. I can have it mute to phone, or you can have a complete mute. But if it's easier, because if we're loading up a game and I can hear them talking in the background, but I can talk to my stream. The stream can't hear them yabbering on, and it's a bit of interference. Then it's the best way of doing it, I think personally. Channel 3, I've got music. Again, I'll show you how to set up your music in a moment. It's quite straightforward, but it's really handy to have. I can have my music playing to my stream, but not in my headphones. That's how I've got this set up right now. So my music source, I've got a mute to phones. So if I've got music playing in my stream, then when it's just normal, like it is now, then I can hear it in my headphones, the stream can hear it. If I press the button, and I press it once, you notice it's turned white, then you will look, then I won't hear it in my headphones, but my stream might. So if I want a bit of background music in my stream all the time, but I don't want it to disturb me because it gets a bit annoying, I can just mute it to my headphones. That's how I do it. That's pretty much it. Straightforward. And then channel 4 is my system sounds, my game sounds, everything. I've just got that as mute to all. So as soon as mute to stream. I thought I'd do mute to all. I've changed it to mute to stream. So when I'm loading into a game and you've got the annoying sounds of, like, I don't know, when you've got the annoying loading up sound of Call of Duty, the aeroplane sounds and all that noise, I can just press the button, mute the stream. Again, you can have a play about it. They're pretty straightforward. They're pretty easy to do, and you can have it and have it set up as you want. That is the one beauty to GoXLR. So many variants. All the mixer options here. That is exactly what my crossfaders are set up at the moment. Obviously, you've got the other ones on there that you don't necessarily use. So you just got that, and the bleep is when you've got this bleep button over here. I'll talk about that in a moment, and it does a and it does the bleep on your stream. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out there. Headphones. Adjustable got my headphones set at the moment, and this is my headphone level because I've got an adjustable little adjustable knob on my headphones. I have this set to 100%, so I can adjust the headphones separately on the little dial on my headphones. And then mic monitor, if I'm talking into the mic and I want to hear my headphones, which I'll talk about routing in a minute, you can do that as well. And that my voice will come through 100% into my headphones. I'm not going to talk about effects because that's all this part of it here. And I think the joys of playing with getting a GoXLR is you can play with this and do whatever you want to do and set it up as you want to set it up. The sampler, exactly the same. This section here, you can add your own samples. You can record yourself. There's loads of little things you can do. I'll let you play about with that. It's something that I think is more fun to play about with and see what you can do with it rather than have someone tell you what you can do, because there is so many different things you can do with it. And I'll leave that with you. The cough section, which is this section here, you can have this button here. I've actually got it set up so it just mutes everywhere. So I'll press the button, it toggles, so it holds down, and until I press it off again. So if I do get someone come in quickly and they want to talk to me in my room, I'll quickly press it and it mutes it. Easiest way of doing it. And then you've got your bleep button here, which you don't really change much on it. That is your bleep button. If someone's swearing, you want to press it, and you want to swear and you want to press it, it just mutes. It gives you a bleep across all channels. Right, lighting again. This is personal preference. You just set it up as you want to set it up. I've tried to make mine so every single channel's got its own color, and so I know what is what. It's up to you. Again, play about with it, have a bit of fun with it, do what you want to do. Right, the routing. This is really, 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 really important. And this is the main part of it, and then we can move on to the OBS section. So with the routing table, you have got your mic channel, your chat channel, your music channel, your game channel, your console, your line-in, your systems, and your samples. And the sample section relates to this section here. Okay, so and this is where we all the outputs. So in my headphones, I don't want to hear my mic. I don't like mic monitoring. It does my head in. I can't stand the sound of my own voice sometimes. So I haven't got it ticked. So I cannot hear my mic in my headphones. I can hear my chat channel. I can hear the music. I can hear the game. Well, ignore the game because we haven't got it set up with the game channel on. I can hear the console. Again, ignore it. Line in, ignore it because we're not using any of them functions on this. And I can hear my system and I can hear my samples. So these are ignore game, console, and line in. Go to system. That is all you want to worry about. So in my headphones, I can hear all my system sounds, and I can hear my samples because I play about a lot with my samples. The broadcast stream mix. We haven't spoke about that yet, and it comes into play in a minute. What you want to do with this one is make sure the broadcast stream mix, everything is ticked on that. Every single box, doesn't matter. Every single box is ticked. Talk about it in a minute. Line out. If you've got speakers on your desk or something like that, then you might want to tick every single box. Again, I don't want to hear my microphone coming from my speakers. You'll get that buzzing, horrible feedback noise. So get rid of it. And then again, this is something that some of my friends have had problems with in the past, and they forget your chat mic output. So this is this output. For this output, so back to my game chat, I've only got my mic going to it. All I've got is my mic, and I've got my samples. Because sometimes I like to play silly sounds down to my friends, and we have a little bit of a laugh. So the sample pad as well also goes down there. So if I want to do a sound effect, or if I want to do then we can have a laugh of it. And that is it. The sampler, again, as I said, I've got it on my chat mic. on my mic, and that is it. I haven't got it linked anywhere else. I don't hear it come out of my system settings. It becomes a little bit of a pain. So when you're using the sound effects, this section here, then you can it'll come through your chat. So if I want to do an echo or I want to press a button, I want to make the megaphone, the robot or anything, then it will come out, and that is it. So we'll move on now to, oh sorry, I don't think there's anything. No, there's nothing in the system settings. You don't really need to play about that unless you get any major issues. Just make sure your software is constantly up to date. Every now and again, just do a little update. Again, make sure you save it once you've changed all this. This is probably the best routing setup that I've got. You can play about it and make it more advanced. I've got it pretty set up, pretty basic, because it does exactly what I needed to do. Make sure you save it, and then you're done. You can, when you close it down, just go to minimize, and that is it. Right, you've opened OBS up now, and this is where it doesn't get complicated, but it's just a little bit of playing about you need to do. It's nothing major. It's quite straightforward, quite simple. But if you don't set it up properly, you can end up with a few little issues. So what you need to do now is you need to go to your settings in OBS. So it should open up. You then need to go to your audio settings. What you will notice within my audio settings right now, and I will try and zoom in on this in my editing, is you will notice that I've got my desktop audio disabled. Usually that is enabled when you open up OBS, because it allows sound to go into OBS. I've disabled that. You've disabled audio 2. All you need to do in this global audio device is put on one mic auxiliary audio. You need to put in, and we touched on it in the GoXLR setup, is the broadcast stream mix. You set that, and that is it. So you literally put that into your mic auxiliary, and then you click OK. You're done. So what you would have noticed is I have now got a bar moving up and down, which is my GoXLR. This is all the audio that I have coming through the PC, going through the GoXLR, coming into my stream. I've renamed that so I know it's my GoXLR. There is a video capture device. I know I said you don't need one. That is just my camera that I use to stream on, but it doesn't actually have no microphone on it to actually broadcast through to my streams, so it doesn't really matter. I can't get rid of it. It's there. But on this audio mixer, you should not have any other channels on there unless you're getting into real advanced settings, which I'm not going to discuss in this video. So let's move on to Spotify, Discord, and game settings, and then we'll be done. Right, so load up your software that you're using, whether it's iTunes, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Groove Music, or whatever it is. You need to load that up first, otherwise this will not work. Make sure you play a track. I'm going to just play a Stream Beats track, so thank you Stream Beats, absolutely wicked. Go check them out if you want any stream music. I'm not going to plug them, but they are really good. So make sure you're playing some music. You might see that I've got a bit of music coming through on my stream. I'll just put a little bit on now so you can hear it. So we've got stream music playing. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back off. Go down to your system settings again. Open sound settings. So right click, open sound settings. On this screen, go to advanced sound options. You now see that Stream Beats by Harris Heller and Spotify is here. Once you see this here, you then need to change this here, and I've already done it on mine. You need to change the output, which is the top one. So if you notice here, output input, the top one, you need to change that to music, TC Helicon, GoXLR. Change that. That will then automatically come through your music channel. And there we go. So, and what I will show you, or what you'll see is that. So I can turn it down. And that is it. You'll notice all the other ones are on default. If you want to specifically set a channel to come through, so i.e. your game, you need to play your game, put your game on, and then you can set, if you want to use a game channel, to set your game to come through the game channel. It's, for me, I don't see the point in that. It's, some people like it, but I've done it all through my system sounds. So my system sounds come through all one setting. That is it for that is it for the music. We will now go to Discord. I'm going to shut the music off. We'll open up the Discord server. And it's gone onto my other screen, so just bear with me a second and I'll bring it back across. So onto Discord, you need to go to your settings, your user settings on Discord. This will set your chat channels and all that sort of stuff. Go to settings, go to voice and video. On here, actually mine's set up wrong at the moment, but it's set as default device. You can change this, and I will change this now. So my input setting, that should be my chat mic from my GoXLR. That is my chat mic. My default output device should be chat. That's my chat channel, and that will bring all my audio back through the chat channel where I can mute it and do whatever I want to do. And you can use your chat mic, so I can mute my chat, and I can mute my mic from my Discord if I'm talking to my chat. And that is it on your Discord. Pretty straightforward. What I would recommend doing is changing this input sensitivity to off, because you've got sound suppression features on the GoXLR, so you don't want to be using the sound suppression on Discord as well. It gets a bit of a clash. It can cause a lot of cutting in and out, so do change that as well. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do, I'll show you how to set up your microphone, your system sounds, and your party chat, or your game sounds and your party chat in Call of Duty Warzone. Fortnite allows you to do it. A lot of other multiplayer games allow you to do it. Apex Legends, I don't believe does. Apex Legends allows you to select your mic, so you can mute your mic, but it does not allow you to route your game chat into the game chat channel and GoXLR. The last time I looked, it might have changed. Let me know in the comments below. So go to options, go to audio. Once you're in audio, you need to scroll down to speakers, headphones, game sound device. This is all your normal game sounds. If you have set up the GoXLR, so all your sounds are going to come through the game channel, you can select it here. If you've set it up the way I've told you to set up in this video, and it goes through, and you've got your system sounds as your main game sound, then leave it as default system device. You can change that to system, but it's not worth it. Leave it as default system device. With your voice chat, your speakers are headphones. So this is your people talking in game chat, all your friends and anyone you might play with. You need to set this to chat. That means that anyone talking in your party will come through the chat channel, which will give you that option to mute them if you want to mute them, as I said earlier on. And then your microphone device is obviously your chat mic from your GoXLR, and that is it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple to do. Okay, guys, and that is it. That is, I think, everything you need to know to set up a GoXLR to get it working on your PC. I'm not going to go into if you've got a streaming PC. This is just a one PC setup. Hopefully this helped you. If you've got any questions or I've missed anything out, please let me know in the comments below, or message me on Twitter or in my Discord. The link for that is in the description of the stream. But hopefully this video has helped you, and ultimately we'll do it again. I'll try and do it maybe in a more advanced setup on another video. But for now, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this. If you want to see some of my other videos, please feel free to check them out as well. But for now, take it easy. Hope you have a good rest of the day, or good rest of the week, good rest of the year, depending on when you're watching this. Thanks very much. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.